Seriously, guys, like growing up in the Philippines, when we visit the cemetery, we always have to clean like those kind of stuff, like human poop, animal poop. So, welcome back. Thank you. And you are here. This is another episode of Fiddling with me, one and only Ringo, without the star. So, for today's episode, we are going to do. No, not we are going to do, but we are going to visit a cemetery. And we're gonna try to dig some of those dead ones. Kidding. I'm not. But seriously, look. Do I look like I'm kidding? We are going to visit a cemetery. The reason why we're doing that is because I want to compare how Filipino and how Canadian visit the cemetery, right? For all I know, Canadian, they visit the cemetery for a special, or for the death anniversary, or for a birthday, right? If your dead one, you remember the birthday, you visit, you put a candle and light up, or light the candle and then say a little bit of prayer, right? So that's how this is some Canadian that I know, right? But in the Philippines, they do it on a birthday, death anniversary, but most especially they do it on November 1st. November 1st is like a very important gathering. It's not a I think it's a holiday. It is a holiday, but it's also a very important gathering or holiday for Filipino, because that's the time that we visit our dead loved ones in the cemetery, light a candle, bring some food, say a little bit prayer, and sometimes it becomes a reunion for the family, because that's the time you gather all in one places, besides from Christmas or any other gatherings. Anyway, my point is I just want to compare that how the cemetery look like here in Canada and how the cemetery look like in the Philippines. Obviously, I cannot film in the Philippines, but I can grab some pictures in the internet and I can show you, so you can have a basic knowledge, right? But I will film here in the cemetery close to us. Not close to us, it's about 15 minutes drive, and we'll go from there, right? Because in the Philippines, I know before they don't celebrate Halloween, but now they do kind of celebrate Halloween. We're like westernized, we celebrate that November 1st, which is All Saints Day, which is weird because All Souls Day is November 2nd. So technically you should be celebrating the visiting of your dead loved ones on November 2nd, not on November 1st. But I don't know if this is some religious culture. Hey guys, so we are here. So I'm not gonna mention the name of the cemetery because this is not an advertisement. This is a comparison. It's a culture comparison from one country to another, and show the difference. Show the differences between the cemetery here in Canada and in the Philippines, specifically here in Edmonton, Alberta, because I don't know, I never been to the cemetery in other provinces. Is it cemetery, cemetery, or cemetery? Anyways, it's English. It's hard to pronounce. My point here is I'm gonna compare the two. So before we start rolling, I'm just gonna get my co-star. So, tombstone behind me. So Tofi is sleeping. I cannot wake him up. He's having his afternoon nap. I don't know if those crow are telling me something, or maybe I shouldn't be doing this, or they just want to be in the video. So one comparison that I noticed, that in the Philippines there's space for the dead loved ones. It's a lot bigger compared to here, because if you notice those are just tombstone. Let me just zoom it out right there. See, those are just tombstone, like. But in the Philippines, you actually buy a specific lot for your dead loved ones. You also, some rich folks, they also build like a house in that specific lot. They call it mausoleo. Some even go fancier, like a second floor, and they have a washroom and air conditioner, you know. But that's one comparison that I saw here. So here we go, guys. These are the, call it the fallen one. Basically, these are the tombstones of the soldiers who fought in the war. So let's say there's information saying over here, right there, in memory of those who serve our country. Right. So these are the soldiers who fought on the war. And then we do have, they call it Remembrance Day. It's always on November 11. That's the time that we remember the fallen one, right? The people who serve for their country. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. Canadian flags waving behind me. So yeah, it's pretty awesome, pretty neat. So that's it. That's it for now. Everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something for today's video. This is just comparing two country or two culture on how they set up or how the cemetery look like, right? It's a basic comparison. It's a cultural comparison. This is what I'm trying to say. I hope you learned something from it, like I said, and we'll find something more interesting. And I hope you enjoy this one. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Daisy. Daisy.